Hello, this is Dan. This is the DNA-CHAP channel, where I vlog about running every day on a carnivore diet. So it's Friday, end of week 3. I think I'm generally keep Fridays as my weekly catch-up. Just to say how the week's gone, basically. 3 weeks down. Yeah, definitely feeling much better. Overall, energy-wise, still feel like there's a fair way to go. Insofar as becoming a super fat adapted athlete. But I've recovered from the race. And we can move on. I think I've got another 3 weeks until the next one. And we see what effect that has. And also, I guess I'll know better to probably take on more or take the recovery more seriously, even if it is just a short race. Yeah, generally everything's going well. Only when I first start my runs it feels hard. And I kind of feel like my muscles fill up with lactate right away. And then everything kind of settles down. So it feels the best way to manage it is to kind of have a 10-15 minute really easy effort, like super low heart rate. Lower the better, and then my body kind of, I don't know, wakes up, fat burning wakes up, and then I can run up to my zone 2 effort without it feeling like much harder. Everything settles down. So warm up seems like it's very important at the moment. But once I get going, by the end of the race, I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know if you've noticed already, but I've made some tech investments. And this is my first use of a DJI mic mini. So I've got a wireless mic, which is here, with a receiver plugged into my phone, and that should mean that you'll mostly just be able to hear my voice without all of the rattling from the stick and the wind and traffic and all that stuff. Hope you appreciate the effort. Give me a like and subscribe. I'm investing in the channel 3 weeks in. Around Brighton, there's hills everywhere, so unless you just stick to running along the seafront, which is what I did start off with, and I've done it a million times. So then you progress to the hills and the trails, and then you don't really want to go running along the seafront with all the pedestrians and all the nonsense that goes on down there. Get me out in the countryside, on the trails, with the space. That's where my head wants to be. Obviously right now that means that makes all my runs quite a bit slower, because uphills means heart rates go up and pace goes down. But as you probably can tell, I'm not overly bothered by that. I mean, in the past I would have been. I'm more accepting of it now, and it's kind of useful when vlogging. I'm going to do some slightly longer efforts at the weekend. I was thinking I was going to kind of pop in a traditional long run effort, something like 10 miles. But I'm actually going to go for a run with a friend on Sunday, about 8 miles. So I might do 7 or 8 on Saturday as well. But my mileage up by 4 overall, up to 46. I'll do that for a few weeks and then bump it up by another 4 to 50, assuming everything still feels okay. So currently everything feels okay. I do have tired legs. They don't really, I can't say that they get a chance to recover fully at the moment, and they haven't fully adjusted. So there's some pretty sore leg muscles. I do my foam rolling every day. Just a little bit. Just to try and lessen off some of the muscle tension. Help them feel a bit like they're looked after. Make them feel some love. One additional thing I've been keeping an eye on is the amount of protein I'm taking in this week. Just to kind of check that it's not way low or high. And as usual with everything, there's varying different sort of suggestions of how much protein you should be getting anyway. But since I'm being pretty active with running every day, decided to go with the kind of higher end, which is about for me, I'm aiming for about 200 grams of protein. Somewhere around there. I don't, like I said before, I don't really want to spend too much time looking at these things, but it's kind of, for a few days, worthwhile checking the amounts I'm eating just to see where I'm at. And, I am there or thereabouts, generally. But I think I'm definitely not way over, which is good to know. There is an issue about having too much protein, as the excess protein gets turned into glucose by a process in the body. Alright, got half a mile before I turn around. Just going into Stammer Park. Just going into Stammer Park. And then just like that, you're in the woods. And nature. So I'm going to call that a day for today. Week 3 done. Looking forward to moving on to week 4. Using my new mic and getting some nice content where you can hear everything I say. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me on the journey. If you like it. If you love it, subscribe. Even if you appreciate my effort on sound, subscribe. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Ciao for now. Ciao for now.